It has started. Hey guys, what's up? It's 2 p.m. After 2 p.m. on a Saturday, so you know what that means? It's time to stream D&D. Now, you might have remembered, last night, um, now, the players don't know, but audience, if you were here for the Terraria stream last night, you might have seen a bit of foreshadowing for what might come in future D&D sessions. So, if you didn't catch on to that, then you might want to go rewatch the stream, see if you can comb through it and find any useful nuggets of information. Anyway, hi. Hi, party. So,
I just want to say now, if we're fighting a boss from Terraria, we're screwed.
you're not.
Okay.
No.
Did you?
No, you are not going to fight like Supreme Calamitous or anything. No, you're not. Terraria bosses are strong. Um. So, would anyone here like to give a recap of what happened in the last session?
That's sure. Let's see. Yin spent a few minutes digging up crystals around an altar. He then put the crystal in the altar along with his blood, which first he tested with the blood that came out of a statue, and which promptly activated the statue, which was a Dread Knight that was the same Dread Knight that killed his last crew. Which it then flung everyone 60 feet up into the air, pinned to 100-foot walls, which forced me to fight him alone. Completely solo for about 5 rounds. And I got one shot for 38 damage after giving a half-hearted hero speech, because I'm bad at speeches. And then I was saved by whatever tailed beast was inside me, leading to the real Dread Knight cockily sending me away for being too weak, in which we were forced to rely on the Warlock, Paladin, basically, to commune with their deity to send us to a path that will lead us to basically outside the island. Led us to another crystal. It was blue this time. The other crystals were red, which I assumed. Uh, there were several crystals floating around a big crystal, and then there was a statue of a priest or cleric. After I lit a bunch of basins, they and transported the crystals from the statue over to transferred the crystals over from the big crystal to the statue. I somehow decided it was a good idea to put red crystals on the central crystal, activated it with blood, which in turn summoned pain. So now my character's probably gonna die. I don't know. This is gonna end up badly for sure. Anyway, that was the end of the session. We've been awake for 38 hours at this point. We can't sleep, and everyone leveled up last session.
The effect. Oh, and in case you didn't do this already, when you level up, you gain the effects, the mechanical character sheet effects, of a long rest. However, you haven't actually slept, so you are still tired. However, once you level up and you get new abilities, I'm going to make it so that you can use these abilities, which is why you get the mechanical effects of a long rest when you level up. I just wanted to let you know that you do have your abilities.
Do we still have our HP?
Perfect. And we're at a long rest.
We leveled up.
We got all our HP back.
Yes. When you level up and you get new abilities, I'm going to let you be able to use those abilities. That's why I added in that you get the effects of a long rest when you level up. I think that's a good rule. That is my opinion.
It is a great rule.
Yeah.
Despite leveling up, my character didn't meditate for like 10 minutes per spell slot, so I still have all my spells that I had earlier.
Yes.
So if I recall correctly, the order was me in the front looking at Pain because I just activated the thing, and then he appeared. It was Pan Pan, I believe, behind me, and then Riel somewhere in the back, not helping with the puzzle whatsoever.
Uh, yeah, I guess. So,
Okay, now. TikTok.
okay. Yeah, okay. And so, the figure hovers in the air menacingly. He looks at you.
Up at him and wait for him to react.
You said you're gonna get up and look at him. Okay, you're just
Yes.
yes,
I'm waiting for him to react before I do anything.
you're just kind of having a staring contest.
Yes. Hold on, I'll be right back. I have to go tell my little brother to be a little quieter. Be right back. I'm back. My brother was annoying. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Lastly, figure, because I do not know. My character has no idea who Pain is. I'll ask him who he is and why is he here.
He slowly turns until he is directly upside down, before slowly turning more until he is right side up again. Before he begins to turn on an axis parallel to his height, this time rotating so that he is facing his back to you and then facing his front to you. All of this takes about 20 seconds.
If you're staring at this for 20 seconds, just does not do anything. He's just enamored by what is happening. Yeah, Pan Pan, you wanna try poking it with a stick, or he might be just dead. Pan Pan, are you going to poke it with a stick? I say as I back behind Pan Pan. He's doing nothing. I will attempt to grab at the float. I'll attempt to grab the floating figure.
How? He's kinda high.
How high?
About 40 feet high.
Is he nearby the second floor of the building that was either on top of or next to the crystal that had stairs leading up to it?
Okay, you know how you... Okay, so you know when you got, like, at the town square, you got the platform in the center that the mayor stands up on to give speeches?
Yeah.
It's that thing. It looks like that. It's like 2 feet high.
Sucks. Alright. So, who wants to hop on the stupid dwarf's shoulders and who wants to hop on my shoulders?
Um,
This is one of two plans. The other plan involves chucking the dwarf.
Don't you have a goblin? Isn't one of you a goblin?
I'm a
Nope.
dwarf.
No.
Dwarves are pretty thick. I don't know how far you
I
can
have
throw
a
them.
strength score of 8. I probably couldn't even lift him. I would like to get our group into a small little huddle, like away from the guy a little bit, but I'm facing him, so that if I look up, I can make sure I can keep an eye on him. Now, since we're in a small little huddle, I whisper, "Should I shoot him? I have a gun for a reason. Should I just shoot him, see what happens?"
I'd say you do. I mean, what's the worst that can happen when he gets angry?
I mean, he's just floating there on an axis. Not really much he can do, right?
Probably.
Sure.
You know, before I do anything stupid, I would like to use thaumaturgy to make ominous whispers go around the guy he's head to see if he reacts to it at all.
You hear him speak. Scorpion Scrambler Ravager. Scorpion Scrambler Ravager.
My character has no idea what that means. My character backs up slowly. This guy is clearly insane. Okay. I have a new, even better plan. It slightly involves magic. Okay, so we get Pan to chuck Rail, and if Rail doesn't make it, I will use Thunder Wave to launch Rail another 10 feet. You'll take some damage, totally worth it. You'll be able to catch him. Come on, let's do this. Any objections whatsoever?
Why don't you just do what you got?
Fine, if you want to take the fun out of it, I shoot him. Full on shoot him with my gun.
Ah, yes.
Violence, yes, 19.
You, you manage to, strike him, but he raises his hand to block the shot. You see a small metal object fall from his fingers.
I didn't even notice rail lagging out. Oh, metal rods. That seems like a job for Rail.
No.
So I give Rail the thumbs up and push them forward.
A small metal triangle. Very small.
Oh, it's a metal triangle.
Yes, it's a triangle.
Fine. I will walk forwards.
I try to catch it.
You do. It's rather warm. And you have this strong urge to say, Scorpion Scrambler Ravager. It bubbles in your throat and bursts past your lips as you enunciate it.
My character just thinks Pan Pan got infected with something. Yeah. Let me just be frank with you right now. Yin will never touch that thing as long as he lives in his entire life. Just saying. Anyway, back to doing dangerous things. I will attempt to hit Kane with my staff like a pinata. Probably can't
Okay.
reach. Oh man, character's not even tall enough to get halfway there.
You
Just
can throw it.
realized. I'm not throwing this thing. It's my only magical weapon.
Okay.
Fine now. I'll light one of my 10 torches on fire with thaumaturgy. Change the fire into now the cool color. Black. Black's the cool color. I just chuck it at him. Oh, hey, Rail. Anyway, what you missed was Pan Pan got a triangle and is now speaking nonsense. And the second you pull out something metal, I gave you the thumbs up and I shoved you ahead because you have the metal rod.
Nice.
Anyway, I don't know exactly what it is I'm supposed to roll for a torch. I'll just go for this one. It's a 9. I threw a torch at him. It's a 9.
You throw it, and it kind of arcs over his head. You have a strong arm. Surprisingly strong arm.
Surprisingly. My character has like an 8 in strength. Jeez. Just are light. Okay. I have an epiphany. Why don't we just try talking to the guy? I get on the stupid mayor's booth platform thing and I say, "Hello, can you help us get out of here?"
No. You are trapped here, just as I am.
Despite me being trapped in here, I laugh at him being trapped in here as well. Anyway, I go back to fiddling with the crystal. He's trapped in here. He's no help to us, obviously. Also, I tell Rail not to touch the stupid death triangle. I keep saying Rail. Just call you Rail.
Hey, how big is the triangle I'm holding?
Each of its sides are about 1 inch long. It appears to be made of brass.
I go up to Rail and say, "Now, about what I said earlier, I have a slight idea. Why don't you hit the stupid triangle with the metal rod? Either way, something might happen, and hopefully, both of those stupid death stuff will explode. Come on, let's try this." And I stand a
Yeah,
good 10 feet away,
sounds good for me.
behind the crystal as cover.
Show Rail the triangle thing.
Yep. I guess I'm gonna touch the triangle with the rod.
Well, you can't really touch it. The rod and the triangle repel each other. However, when you try to pull the rod away, the triangle comes with it, floating about 4
Oh.
inches away from the end. When you try to push it closer, you feel a repelling force, and when you try to pull it away, you feel a tension. You can move the rod around normally, as long as you don't influence the triangle.
Hmm.
If you
Okay,
if you hold it above the triangle and just drop it.
Interesting theory.
Are you going to?
About. I'll wait for them to see what they do.
what? What?
So what if you held the rod above the triangle and dropped it like onto the triangle?
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, sure. Sure, I'll try that.
You drop the rod. It compresses when it hits the ground before it jumps back up with a sound like a spring being released. You know that? Okay, you know those things on the door when you pull them, like the thing
I
on
know
on the
exactly what you're
door,
talking about.
like
Those
on the
door stoppers.
yeah, those things. It makes that noise.
All right.
I toss a crystal to Rail, and I toss a one of the red crystals to Rail, and ask them to test it on the rod, since it seemingly acting like the other crystal that is right over here.
Okay, might as well try all the possibilities, I guess. And I'm gonna see how the rod reacts to the crystal.
Well, let's see. The rod and the crystal. The rod vibrates when it touches the crystal, but it doesn't vibrate a lot. I mean, it vibrates a little bit more than would usually happen if you tapped a crystal, but not very much, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It vibrates as much as if you whacked the crystal much harder, but it doesn't vibrate magically, you know? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Okay,
you
yeah.
hit a you hit a metal rod up against a rock, and it's vibrating a little bit, like it normally would. And taking strides in his work, says you hit the giant crystal with the metal rod and the stupid triangle, or at least try and use it as a stopper for the triangle as you try and ram the metal rod into the triangle with it.
All right.
Could you please repeat that?
Basically, the two ways I see this is either they hold the metal rod like a baseball bat and just whack the giant crystal, or they position the metal rod where it's basically you put the triangle like up against the rock, And they try and run into the triangle like a spear while pushing the triangle up against the crystal.
Which of the two options would you like to do, party?
Rail's choice.
Yes, Rael. What do you think?
Option option A sounds tempting.
Option A. Tell me, do you have experience? Does your character have experience with swinging a stick, trying to whack things? Did your character ever do like wood cutting? Like, did you ever like chop down a tree? What I'm saying is, do you have good form with swinging something like a baseball bat? Would your character have
Would
good
your character, your village have like a softball league or?
That's why I said chopping down a tree, because yeah. Anyway, so would you have proficiency with have you done that move?
Haven't thought of that, but probably. I mean,
Okay. Do a strength check. See how hard you whack it.
Also, let me tell you something. As a person whose character's main attack is the bonk with their staff, swinging something like a baseball bat is not that hard.
Yeah, swinging it like a baseball bat isn't hard, but swinging it like with like a good crisp form, so that you can. Okay, you have to hit the crystal just right, which is why I was asking about it. But yeah.
And my character wouldn't really know anything about that, though, because he doesn't really have to use form to hit things. It's mostly just magic.
Yeah. Anyway, what did you roll, Ryle? What did you roll for your strength check? If they're speaking, I cannot hear them.
Neither can I. I have a backup plan if this fails, but I would like to see the result. Yeah. Hopper, come on. Hold up. When did Albin get online?
A while ago. A while ago.
What's your role? What did you roll? Want someone to roll for you, or I just have no idea what their strength modifier is. Well, okay then.
Well,
I'm gonna go with. Oh no,
If-
you continue.
Well, if they, well, if I, they're, if I don't know what's going on with them, so I'll just narrate this. So, the, I'll just make it a success because that'll help the plot. So, the, the rod strikes into the crystal, while this, I mean, the triangle's still floating about 4 inches away from the end of it while she swings, but the crystal hits. Yeah, the crystal and the metal rod collide, and see the crystal. Its blood, it cracks along the blood-red lines that crisscross it. it um, Before these reform back into the smaller crystals that they were before.
Interesting.
Because you might have forgotten this detail, but the large crystal in the middle of the small crystals turned into pain. Like that's where he came from. He came out of the crystal.
Just
Okay.
assumed that the smoking mist just turned into him. Makes sense.
I said that the large crystal in the center rose up 40 feet in the air before it exploded, and then the mist cleared and he was in the center. So it would be assumed that he either came out of the crystal or he was the crystal. Those are the two things that would have made sense, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Makes
at least
sense.
that's what I thought you would assume, but okay. They made chicken flavored soda in China. That's nice.
What? Sounds terrible.
Oh yeah, they made chicken flavored soda.
That sounds genuinely awful. It's like a heart attack in a cup.
Oh yeah, apparently, this reviewer says that it tastes like car tires and barbecue sauce. I believe that.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds accurate.
And so, however, when these smaller crystals reform, they don't have the cracks in them anymore. They're whole. They're whole. Also, another thing, they're blue. Earlier they were red that had even redder cracks, but now they're all blue. And then the red crystals are over bunched around the statue, where the red now there's red crystals around the statue where there used to be the blue crystals that you removed from the main crystal. And so it looks like they switched places.
Interesting. I decide, yeah, I have a dagger for a reason. I just straight up cut my hand and just start putting blood all over the crystals. Blue ones first, to see if that works, and then I'll go over to the red ones.
Yes. First, on the blue ones. It's as if it, is thirsty. You try to bleed, and of course the beating of your heart does make a bit of blood drip out, but when you touch the crystals, it kind of feels like it pulls at your blood. That it grabs on and pulls. And when you touch the first crystal, all the rest of the other crystals also take their share of some blood.
That honestly sounds horrifying. Does it react in any meaningful way?
Well, that was. I mean, I think that was a meaningful reaction.
Got it. So we have a bunch of crystals that have fed on my blood. Great. Go over to the red one to do the same.
These don't. Uh, these accept your blood. It just drips. Just drips.
Oh well.
By the way, you said it did not take all your blood. It took like 2 ounces. 2 ounces of blood.
I
blue
would
crystals.
hope so.
The blue crystals took like 2 ounces of blood. No, sure, that's a lot of blood. I'll give it to you. I'll say that. That's a lot of blood. But that's not all your blood.
I'm just glad I don't look like a shriveled up husk. Okay. Time for the thing I hoped I would not have to resort to. I go up to the floating figure and say, how about you help us find a way out of here? And if we succeed, then you can escape too. If we fail, what do you really lose out here? The benefits outweigh the cons, which is basically just work.
Oh, the businessman. Trying to negotiate, are you?
Oh wait, Albin's actually responding. He's happy. Okay, back to the conversation. Given with the choice of spending eternity here or working with a random guy floating, I believe the choice is obvious.
So, can I go up to him and ask for another one of the triangle things?
Are we gonna need to take you to like therapy after this, or
He tosses you into he tosses you another crystal. No, not a crystal, a triangle. Yeah, he tosses
while
you
Pan
another
Pan
triangle.
is dealing with his while Pan Pan's dealing with his local
Yes.
drug dealer, so what'll it be? Spend eternity here and give up? Or work with us to find a way out? I'm sure you're as sick of this place as I've been.
Tell me, how long have you been here? How long's it been?
For me, it's been roughly a day. But for you, I'm sure it's been even longer.
It has.
The day in this place has already driven me sort of insane. So I can already see what it's about to do to you. What it already has done to you.
Look who's talking. From the way you're acting, you must have been insane before you got here.
Listen, we set off on an adventure. And in the first day, about half of our crew died. You can tell I'm a little bit iffed. Plus, the lack of sleep sure doesn't help this situation, now does it? Question. Do I have to roll? Keep
You
talking.
have two options. Yes, I'll help you. You have two options. The first. The first. Mm, mm. Oh yes, what was the first way? Been a while since I used it. You may walk west. He points off in the direction that you had been going to get there. Wait, cube-like?
And the second option?
Wait a minute, cube-like? Yes! Cube-like triangles. Okay, audience.
Do you mean pyramids?
Yes, audience. So this guy in the Discord had just said that, Payne, who, I'm just gonna tell you all, this is not Payne. The fact that he looks like Payne is a coincidence. So, he's
Kind
saying
of
that
gathered that by the fact he didn't kill me and take my tail beast.
he could have and he should have, but that's not for him to do, that's for Momoshiki to do. So, one Pan went and was putting about how they got some triangles. That's described the triangles. He described them as cube-like triangles. I know he meant pyramids. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not trying to, like, make fun of you or anything. I know you meant pyramids. But I just wanted to know, that's audience, that's why I'm laughing. Okay, audience. So anyway, so,
And the second option?
you may walk through there's a dimension. This dimension will take you to, over to a certain island. Far away. Somewhere on the material plane. However, to walk through this dimension, it's a very dangerous place. You will probably die. But it'll be a 10-minute walk maximum. But if you go west, it will take many days before you get to someone else who can help you. Or you might be able to get off this island if you go west. These winds change. They'll take you places, but
So if I'm recalling this correctly, our only options are to walk days travel to get off of this island, or walk 10 minutes with the chance of getting back to our own dimension.
this island is its own dimension. But only one side of it gets back to your dimension. In order to get to that side, it is multiple days travel west.
Interesting.
If you walk into the sea of the other side, you'll end up in the sea of your own world. Not necessarily where you came in from, but you can get back there. Probably. However, there is no guarantee that you'll be able to get back to where you started quickly. It might take even more time. But if you go into this dimension, 10 minutes. 10 minutes is if you go straight. You do not stop to smell the roses, but there hasn't been someone yet who has gone through there. At least, not in that other troop. Don't remember. What was his name? Remember he mentioned this. Remember he mentioned a Captain Levi, I believe.
Great, great. So we're not going to go over to Attack on Titan dimension.
No,
That's,
Captain. Your
I
captain,
know.
when you were in the
I
Navy,
know. I'm
was Captain.
joking.
No.
I'm just
Your
joking.
Captain Levi from the Navy. That's
I know. I
yeah.
was just joking.
So what you've concluded is that your crew members have talked to this guy. That's the conclusion you're supposed to draw.
I drew that conclusion.
Listen, I know you're not an idiot, but D&D players are generally regarded as idiots. You know the stereotype. They wouldn't
Yeah, I
figure out
know. I
anything.
know.
I'm going to explain everything to you because that's
You spent
generally,
like,
you know, the memes. Yeah,
yeah, I know. You spent
my,
like 30 minutes on a simple puzzle.
my microphone tipped upside down. I need to get a new shockwave stand or whatever it's called. You know what I'm talking about, like with the four triangles, and then you got
Yeah.
like a ring in the middle to keep it from vibrating. Yeah, I need to get a new shockwave stand.
Yeah, the four
The
cube-like
cube-like triangles?
Last night, the microphone fell upside down as well. Last night in the Terraria stream, it just fell off, just fell onto the floor, off of the shockwave stand. I need to get a new stand for this. Yeah, I need a new shockwave thing.
Hopefully you can get that. Now, back to the dialogue. The character thinks for a second, taking in the information. Then he says, "One moment, I have to talk to my crew about deciding which option will go." Turns, he walks back over to his crew, stops for a minute, comes back and says, if you knew about all these places and ways to escape this dimension, why haven't you done it yourself?"
Oh, hold up, did you ask me a question?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you ask?
Yin basically was walking back to the group. Then he thought for a moment, turned around, and asked if he knew about all these places to leave, and he had supposedly been trapped here for so long. Why didn't he try and leave himself?
I could leave whenever I want to. I just choose not to.
Choose to wither away in this terrible place? Might be more insane than I thought. Leave and walk back to my group. Okay, guys. We have two options. Ocean is not an option. I'm telling you right now. Ocean, not an option. They go west for 5 days travel.
I'll
I
be
could
right back.
beat us up for a little bit, but not. We can't really go that fast. Or we can go the 10-minute route and basically try and survive. Sorry,
We
those are
should
the
take the 5 days route. So we have time to sleep.
We have not been able to sleep no matter how hard we try. There's no possible way of sleeping. Oh, by the way, Elvin, if you haven't been paying attention, we leveled up to level 2. We all basically took a long rest when we leveled up.
We're still tired as fuck, but
Yeah, but we have all our stuff back.
All your abilities were restored, but you didn't actually go to sleep. Yeah. You hear a sound. Sounds like words, but they're warped, and they might be played backwards. Here from behind you. You turn to see that a portal has appeared. It is on top of the platform. portal's about 6 feet wide, and when you look at it, it appears to just be a shimmering void with small pricks of light.
I'm gonna shoot Eldritch Blast into the portal.
It bounces off.
Idea,
Dangerous or
Paladin.
not.
Smite the
It bounces off.
It bounces off like a mirror. It doesn't come at you, but it bounces off at the same angle that you shot it at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have 3 choices now. My choice is for the 5-day route. I believe we should pick fast because that portal appeared in an instant and it could disappear just as fast.
I second that.
5-day route. Trail? Any input? I guess it's decided. We'll go the 5-day. My character's too paranoid not to check out the portal. Go over and look inside the portal. I'm not going in there, I just look inside it.
How far away do you stand?
Let's see. About 10 feet away, and just in case, I put my staff in the ground, just in case it sucks me in like a black hole.
You see, it looks like there's something. You can just barely see what appears to be something orange in it. You do not know what it is, but it looks like it might be like some kind of fluid or something, but you can just barely see a little bit of orange from where you're standing.
Interesting. Now, this is a choice I do not like to make. I will not like to make. We have a choice of either going back to our own dimension, living out our normal lives, or we can go through this portal, dimension hopping, exploring stupid, chaotic worlds.
You have the red pill and the blue pill. Which one will you take?
Before we make any important decisions, I have an important decision to ask you. Should I get the ability that allows me to read? My character cannot read.
I think that it's better that you don't know how to read.
Okay, thank you.
Right. You can't read the word paladin correctly. You keep pronouncing it as warlock for some reason, so it fits. I'm liking this so much. Okay.
This is gonna be like the run joke.
As far as Yin is concerned, that dude is a paladin. He does not have proficiency on religion. That dude talking about deities. He has holy water. He speaks celestial. Yin actually knows, so he knows he's speaking celestial. That dude is a paladin in Yin's book.
I really can't prove I'm not a paladin, but I won't be able to unless I absolutely need it.
So what you're saying is you have divine intervention.
You'll see what happens. You'll see. But it's true. They can prove that they're not a paladin. I mean, but no.
You underestimate how far back Yin will twist the facts just to make him a paladin.
I know. No, I don't. I don't know that.
Okay, so I vote for a mysterious shimmering portal that seemingly does not have a ground or anywhere to stand on. instead of going back home like a normal person who's with me.
Did you not hear what he said?
What happened?
What?
Did you not hear that there is a portal so that you can get home?
My character goes towards the portal.
How close?
I believe he was 10 feet back, so he gets closer about 5
I
feet.
want to push him into the portal.
You may.
Try me.
You push
I will drag you in. I will stab you with my tail and drag you in with me.
As you push him, you see that black tendrils quickly whip out of the portal and come to grab him.
My tail is firmly in the ground like an anchor.
Well, Rael was sure to make note of that.
Very paladin of you.
I'm gonna be right back. Sorry.
Great. Now that you're getting all that, do Thunderwave directly at the portal. I would like your Eldritch Horror to make a DC 12 Constitution check.
When you fire out your thunder wave, the two more tentacles appear and simply shatter the blast. You see it. You see the air fracture as these tentacles penetrate the thunder wave.
I would like to grab Elbin and attempt to shove him in front of me.
You can't.
I have returned.
You can't.
Ah,
You are wrapped up in tentacles. You can't.
I would like to struggle.
They don't tighten, but they don't loosen either.
Ah,
However, you have a meaty, thick tail, and you're able to keep it firmly planted in the ground. And I mean, you can feel them pulling, but when you loosen your grip on the ground, they also don't pull as hard. So it feels like they're trying to keep you right there in that spot.
I'm in a tug of war against myself, and somehow I'm losing.
That is correct.
Awfulness.
How close are we to the portal?
I yell, "Pull me!"
Are the tendrils like solid? If I were to reach out my hand, would I be able to touch them?
Well, yes, but also no.
What?
You can touch them, but you don't touch them where you see them. They feel like hard tendrils. They feel hard as stone, but they aren't. But the physical shapes of them aren't in the same spot as the dark tendrils. Like, yeah.
If I cast speak with animals, would I be able to talk to it?
You can try.
But you're a paladin, not a ranger.
One of it's called Eldritch Invocations.
My character does not know anything about religion or your eldritch cult.
It's not a cult.
Prove it.
There's no Find someone else on the entire continent.
So you're saying that it is not a cult, therefore it's a sanctioned religion, therefore you're a paladin.
No, it's my family. She's my mother, basically. Adoptive mother.
Wow, do you have some sort of Oedipus complex worshipping your own mother? Wow. Just weird.
I mean,
Very weird paladin.
my mother is a deity.
So it is a deity.
Can Yin
You
please
are a
shut the
paladin.
hell up? Okay.
I will once they pull me out.
Does it respond to beast speech?
No, does not respond to your speak with animals.
Alright,
For
what
good
about...
measure, one of the tentacles shifts to cover Yin's mouth so that he cannot speak.
Alright, so I'm gonna speak in Abyssal, Celestial, Elvish. Try those.
It does not respond.
I'm gonna put on Mask of Many Face. I'm gonna do Mask of Many Faces, turn into the guy that we saw, and then do everything again.
One of the tentacles just bitch slaps you.
Nice.
Yin, you
You
hear
get-
muffled laughter from Yin.
You get the feeling that it does not take kindly to you just taking this man's face. Because don't forget,
now-
I figure out.
don't forget, the guy's still watching you do this. Like,
And I attempt to figure out what they are.
well, do a religion check.
$13.
Well,
Ooh.
let me tell you, you can identify this as not a squid.
It'd be even worse than a squid. It's taking him to some underwater demon ocean. That's if it was a squid.
It's not a demon ocean, it's a death field, obviously.
I go up to it and try to poke it with an angle.
Say the words that the triangle's trying to get you to say.
Well, you poke it and you say the words. Your hand passes through it, through the tendril. The triangle just penetrates through it, in addition to your hand. However, the tendril is still holding fast onto Yin.
Where's the stick?
Well, okay, it's become
Can I go?
The tendril has become intangible for Pan. However, it still has form for Yin. That's what's happening. As for his stick, he's still holding it. The end of the stick has been planted firmly into the ground, and he's gripping it tightly, just like his tail has been planted in the ground, and he's holding onto the ground with his tail.
Make the end of the stick touch the tendrils.
Does Yin resist? Hey, Hive, does Yin resist this?
Is this them moving the stick that's keeping me in this plane? Of course he does. Also, I will make the stick magic. You touch it, I will attack you.
Wait, just to be clear, this the stick that that Rail found that wants to be connected to other things?
No, that's
No,
that's
that's
the rod.
the rod.
Yes.
Oh, where's the rod?
I have it.
Yeah, Rael's holding the
Touch
rod.
the tendril. Rail.
Yes,
Touch the
that's
tendril.
like...
Be a hero. Touch
Alright.
the tendril.
First of all, could I... how does the rod feel about the portal thing at this point?
It pulls you toward the portal. Gently. Gently pulls. It
Alright.
pulls... Okay, you see, the rod's mass is not applying a force downward, it is applying a force toward the portal with its weight in however many newtons it weighs. But the
Okay.
yeah, but the gravitational force of the rod is directed toward the portal. That's how hard it's tugging you.
Let me tell you something. I am a simple creature. I see that wild shape needs no verbal, somatic, or material components, and I turn into a bear.
Not a mouse or something.
If I was a mouse, it could pull me in
Or
easily.
a ladybug. Or a ladybug. Or a gnat. Anything that's small so
I
you
can't
can
be a
escape
creature
its
that can
wrath.
fly. Scoff. Scoff.
Can't be a creature that can fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't. Can't fly,
On
can't
the second
swim.
level.
Be a stick bug.
I'm not about to make the stupid creature get stick bugged.
What if you turn into a very big stick bug? Then it would get
So-
stick bugged.
If you turn into a very small bear.
Or I turn to something that is about, say, how big the portal again?
6 feet wide.
Yeah.
Turn into
How
a
about
giant
I
squid.
just go turn into a bear. Most bears are higher than 6 feet.
If you
No,
spread
no.
your arms and legs out, then yes, you'll have a 6-foot span.
Bear.
Yes, you were a bear. However, you no longer have hands or a tail, so it is able to drag you in.
Great. I'm clutching the edge of the portal, T-posing on everyone else.
Even more tendrils appear to yank you into it. And you
It
now
still
see,
feels like this is a good call.
and you now see that the orange thing you saw earlier was a very large bowl of soup from which the tentacles emerged from.
Ah, man. Now there's hair in the soup. It's
Screw it. I
ruined.
jump into the portal. Sacrifice myself for Hive.
Terrible idea, really.
And take care of myself. Maybe there's someone on the other side that just wants to chat over Pop-Tarts.
You gave away all the frosted Pop-Tarts. We only have unfrosted left.
Yes, that's true. You gave all the way the frosted ones.
What happens after I jump in the portal?
Well, you managed to land on top of the bear. You find that you can't move your feet. They just kind of like slowly de-elevate you into the soup, and you can't move your feet. They're stuck. They're stuck to the tentacles.
Unfortunately, I still have my intelligence score, so I can't justify wildly attacking him. So you see your captain and the rando you picked up at the at their random boat jump into a portal. What are y'all doing?
uh,
The pain.
we almost like
The pain gestures toward the portal under him. Go on in. The water's warm.
sounds fine for me. For the rod, sounds fine. And I'm gonna uh jump right in.
So I go.
Am I a soft landing since I'm a bear?
No, you're just go. Yeah,
Hey.
you are. Well, no, you're not because you're covered by these hard marble-like tentacles. But no, you're just slowly de-escalating, very slowly.
Are we?
Like. When I say slowly, I mean like a foot per second is how fast you're lowering. They're very slowly de-escalating you.
Great, I am very fastly thrashing.
Pan, are you gonna run or are you gonna follow them?
I tie a rope, something, lower myself down. Portal.
A few tentacles come and sever the rope and pull you down to stand on top of the bear with your friends.
So we basically got tricked into jumping into a portal by path of laziness pain.
And you can see the opening into the lightning demon dimension close. The opening just closes rather quickly.
Oh, so we were half right.
And you see for the first time that creature you see for the first time the pain blink as he looks at you. You know?
Well, I can't talk to him. I'm bear.
No, I'm just saying, like, for the whole 20 minutes you were talking to him, this man did not blink. No, he did not.
Crazy. So they see me and presumably Pan sinking, and they are actively doing nothing.
Wait, are we all on top of?
You are all on the bear.
Look down at Yang and say, "Nice job."
Don't mind me. I'm a research animals with long breaths that can take long breaths.
I'm gonna look around and what do I see? Do I see anything that we can grab onto?
No.
Just an endless void of soup?
No, they're just a bowl of soup. About 10-foot wide bowl of soup.
Let's get out of the bowl of soup.
When you get down into...
Only 10 feet wide?
Yes, it's a 10-foot wide bowl of soup. About 10 feet above the bowl, all the tentacles suddenly release as the broad and thick chest of a turkey comes up. You're able to land on the turkey with a rather soft landing. Keep in mind that this is not a raw turkey. This is like a roast, defeathered turkey. You know, it's like a Thanksgiving turkey you just landed on in the soup. Like like a 10-foot wide, a 10-foot long turkey in a 10-foot wide bowl of soup.
Is the bear on the turkey?
Yes, the bear's on the turkey.
The bear is getting the heck out of Dodge.
I'm gonna put my hand halfway in the soup, cast Eldritch Blast. But like how a boat propeller is.
I know how a boat propeller is.
I'm gonna attempt to do that, and hopefully it propels us towards the edge of the bowl.
It's like throwing a stick of dynamite in the water and hoping it propels you forward.
I mean, you're standing on top of a turkey. You can just jump out of the bowl.
Finn has already jumped out. He got the heck out of Dodge.
Did you take a bite first?
Like to take a bite.
Yeah, eat some turkey.
Yin is not... Yin, taking the advice of the two other people who
How
tried
big is
to
the
eat
turkey?
strange things.
You're a bear. You're a bear, though.
Yes, but I have my same intelligence scores. And Yin is not about to do that.
But you have a bear nose. You can smell how deliciously succulent the turkey meat is.
Yin also knew that the two people who wanted to eat strange things they found turned up dead within the same day. He is not eating anything unless he trusts it.
Okay, that's a good reason. As for Pan Pan, he takes a bite. He pulls, he just bites into a piece of the skin and starts chewing it. And
Pan, you fatty.
Well, the skin regenerates. It just covers the meat back up where you took a bite. But it is nice and salty, well seasoned, with maybe a bit of chili oil on it. It's good turkey.
I'm gonna get down on my knees and call my god so she can feast.
So it is a god.
It was always a god.
So
You said it was a lich.
Always has been.
Which is a god, is it not?
So
Isn't.
from your nose out springs Star Platinum.
Yeah, I wouldn't have eaten it if I knew it gave a stand. I'm not getting Star Platinum and a tailed beast. That's not happening.
But no, what? Didn't it always come out of Elvin's nose?
What came out of my nose?
I always thought that that when you summoned your god, it just jumped out of your nose. I just always thought it did.
Like a weird genie?
Like a
No,
Susano. Like a Susano does. I thought it was like...
Susan knows?
Right, doesn't a Susano, like from Naruto, doesn't it come out of, like, their nose? I just thought it came out of Elvin's nose. I just thought, like, the god just appeared in front of her, and it jumped out of her nose before it, like, formed into a god. I just thought that's how it happened. Is that not how it happens?
No, she more just like when a person becomes uninvisible, that's how that looks. That's how it looks.
Oh,
just
okay.
somewhere random in the room.
Oh yeah, okay.
She's always nearby.
So she's here, but she actively chooses to do nothing.
Well, no, it's more like a little placeholder is there. Like, like yeah, she can see it, but she does. But like God isn't really in the mood to be there, so it's kind of like a placeholder that is there, and invisible.
If someone casts see invisibility, I'm just gonna see a cutout of their god just floating.
Well, no, actually, you're gonna see a cutout of Star Platinum doing that Uncle Sam "I want you" pose.
The spelling gets more confusing every day.
No. Oh.
I can tell that you all aspire to achieve this level of random bullshit one day.
I'm working towards that right now.
I'm sorry. My rude nightstand just hit me in the face.
Oof.
Alright, so, my god, I eat all the food you want, it regenerates. It tastes nice.
So you invited a undead lich that feeds on souls to a
She
turkey
does
dinner?
not. She feeds on the turkey sandwiches.
Witches feed on souls, dude. That's how they stay alive.
Where'd you get the sandwich from? Did you just have it in your bag?
I make sandwiches for her. That's literally one of my character traits.
Well, yeah, but like, no, but like, did you have it in your bag, or did you just like pull out a knife and cut off a piece of turkey?
I just pulled out my sickle and cut off a piece of turkey.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It's a good sandwich.
No, I take it back. You're not a paladin. You're just a simp.
Oh.
Wait, would
Oh no.
DM, do you think this would be a good time to try and use the... Wait, no, never mind.
Say it.
To use the ability that proves I'm a warlock. But never mind, because there'd be really no point.
Yeah, there wouldn't be.
My character isn't even looking at you.
Oh well. If this is activated, you won't be able to look away. Anyway,
Interesting. What is it, Reaper Death Seal or something stupid like that?
you know what? The Naruto references are not intentional. All these things are coincidence. First of all, that was like I've said multiple times. That was not Pain. That is a hero from AFK Arena. Okay, that was okay. That was not Pain. I mean, I found it. I went and looked him up, and the guy's name is Yahiko. Okay, it's not Pain. It's Yahiko. That's his name. That's the name of the hero. Okay.
It's the minute silence of me searching up Yahiko to see if this is actually just a coincidence. That's weird. Whenever I search up Yahiko, it only links to Yahiko Pain.
Pardon? What do you mean?
When I search up Yahiko, it's just Yahiko Pain. even vague. Just every single. I looked it up. Every single image is pain. You typed in AFK Arena. Pain. It's just pain.
That reminded me of the soup store meme.
I mean, I do know that Yahiko Uzumaki was homeboys with Nagato and Conan before they were, like, transformed. But still, nah. I thought that was I didn't, nah. Can't be. It can't be.
Ain't no more coincidence. Ain't no more coincidences. This is fate now. This is fate. Okay, now back to the main story before we derail this any further.
So, the turkey lifts up its 2 legs and throws you off of it.
Excuse me?
The
Turn
turkey.
into a turkey to be dominant, but turkeys can fly.
No, you see,
I thought it was dead.
No, it's not like it bends. It's not like it bends its legs around. No, I mean like the turkey drumsticks float upward and hit you off. Like,
Oh.
like they're not attached to the turkey. The drumsticks are just floating. Now, before they return to sit in the soup beside the turkey. You see a head appear. It comes
on
up.
a giant table.
You can't. Do a perception check, actually. Yeah, do a perception check.
Oh, it was almost an 18. It's a 6. Fair perception. Oh, is everyone doing perception checks?
I mean, I could.
I will. And I rolled a 21.
Heck are your stats?
17.
17 plus 4. I'm not
17
even,
plus 2, 19.
I'm not proficient in perception either.
Plus.
Okay, so everyone rolled.
Well, you suddenly get a glimpse. Well, 2 of you, the 19 and the 21. Suddenly you get a glimpse in your mind of some. It appears to be a quite multi-faceted item with numbers written on each of its facets. You don't know what it is, but you can tell that it has 12 sides. Anyway.
Am I still disguised as, the pain?
Are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. So, if we encounter anything, I'm gonna hope that we're all just homies and stuff.
You see something else rise from the soup. There appears to be the head of some kind of bird. It wears a pair of spectacles perched upon its beak, and on its head there is a tall black hat with a buckle on the front.
Is it a pilgrim? Pilgrim turkey?
It's a pilgrim hat, yes. You hear a sound as if a great bronze god parted its butt cheeks and let loose a mighty wind. Before before a great booming voice declares, Turkor the ungrateful.
Bean,
So
the
it's the
illiterate.
nerd bird Turker. I thought
You
I'd
didn't
get
hear me, I
Elsie
chanted out my
again.
name. Bean the illiterate.
The character's opinion of you went down somehow even more after learning you were literate.
I can't read.
Obviously. I guess my character, still a bear, roars. And if you can speak bear, my character would have said, my name is Yin Furvis, and I live in a house.
By the way, when El Turkor you know, when the boss announcement happened, the mask of many faces was rattled. It looks as if you stay in his presence much longer, it will leave. The same goes for the wild shape form. It appears that the presence, this intimidating presence, is wearing away at this wild shape form.
Is it like magically, or is it just him intimidating?
Magically.
Only magically. I release the wild
I'm
shape.
gonna attempt to
How
charm
does the rod feel?
Where's your speak with animals now, dude?
Oh, wait. What? Oh, yeah, I have languages and speak with animals. I'm gonna do that before I try to charm it.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
I'll speak to it in Abyssal, Celestial, and Elvish. Then you speak with animals.
Man, I don't speak no languages. I don't speak croissant. Get that out of here.
Did you just say he doesn't speak croissant?
It was Celestial Fantasy French.
My man's a roast turkey. He does not like pastries, okay?
Alright. Wait, I'm using speak with animals to talk to him, right? Or is he speaking common?
He spoke whatever y'all native language is. To all of you, you heard it in your native language when he said this.
So I heard him saying that in Infernal?
Yes. Yes, you did.
I heard it technically in Elvish. I'm a half-elf. Does that count as native language?
Is it? Is it? I mean, that's up to you to decide. I don't know what language you spoke.
I mean, I learned common, so I only knew Elvish, so yeah.
Anyway,
Character's native language is just Infernal, and he learned everything else later. He learned Common last, after Druidic.
It's Dwarvish.
No one's asking the human what their native language is, because it's obvious.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask the turkey. Not who are you? What do you want with us? Did you do a riot and killed all the pilgrims and you're wearing one of their hat as like a signal or something? A trophy?
Nah, I want to eat you. Gobble gobble, bitch.
Every sentence Elvin has been saying, my character has been slowly walking backwards.
This is where I pull
my
out
character
this is where I pull up my hands. Oh wait, no, I'm gonna hang on. Would charm person work on the turkey?
Is the turkey a person or a beast? Or a monster?
It appears
It's not
to
a
speak.
humanoid, so I can't use it.
I mean, it can speak to you, so it might be a person. It might be.
You a person. Just ask. Are you a
I
person?
don't know. I don't know. Are you a person? Because if you a person, I ain't. Because I'm built different. I just built different.
I'm more built different than you. I'm tanky.
Man, no you ain't. You ain't built different. Nah, fool. Nah, fool.
Question.
I'm gonna point my hand
How
in
long
the
is
completely
space
different
behind us?
direction. Tell him to look over there. Once he looks over there, I'm gonna shoot him.
How long is the how wide? Like, how long is the stretch of area behind us? Like in the direct opposite direction of the turkey?
You keep walking. You're not. You don't hit a wall. You just keep going.
Okay, great. I circle back over to Rail. Do you have like a crossbow or a regular bow or anything like that?
What?
Rail have a crossbow or any ranged
What?
weapons?
Oh yeah, yeah he does.
Great.
He has
Okay,
a short bow.
The turkey look the way I pointed.
Yes.
Alright. I'm shooting it with Eldritch Blast. Right in the face.
Roll.
Does an 18 hit the turkey?
Yes. Um.
7
One-
damage.
Yes. One of the turkeys. You see, the turkey's neck is in sections. These are separated vertebrae. You manage to hit one of these vertebrae. It shifts out of position.
Yeah, I don't have any ranged spells,
The
so I can't
turkey-
do anything with
The
that.
turkey begins to wiggle its head around and trying to get this vertebrae back into position with the rest of its neck.
While it's distracted, Yin, seeing the cue of it being distracted, turns into a horse. He says, "Hop on." First two
This is
people.
supposed to be like some type of
get on.
elongated horse.
For the first two people getting on. I'm a large creature. Who is the two first on?
I'm the farthest away from them, aren't I?
Is anyone getting on the horse?
While I'm running towards the horse, I'm gonna tie the rope around myself and throw the other end to Rail.
Alright.
Go back to the horse. LA. Hey, is anyone on the horse yet? I can fit two people.
Me.
Else on the horse? Who
Me,
else? I guess Pan Pan's getting left in the dust. The horse, taking the cue, charges off away from that stupid turkey.
Nice.
Yep. I have 60 feet of movement per round. Pan, the short dwarf with probably not a lot of movement speed, is probably going to get eaten.
Am
Got on the
am I
stupid
still
horse,
am
dude.
I behind Pan at this point?
Leave at this
Still.
point. You two got left in the dust.
I didn't hold my rope. I
I don't
tied the rope
know.
myself.
Are you
It
strong
gave
enough to?
Gave the other end of the rope to Rail.
Question, just a general
Yes.
question. Is Rail strong enough to hold on to the horse while simultaneously holding on to two people that are being dragged by a horse, essentially having them pull two people with a horse?
I don't.
I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
Like, oh, easy. I turned to a horse, Rail got on my back, Elbin threw a rope over to Rail, and then I darted off. So I'm thinking one of three things is going to happen. Either Rail's not strong enough to hold onto the rope, it flies out of their hand. They're not strong enough to hold on to me, and they get yanked with the rope, or the rope's not strong enough for both, and the rope snaps. Because, like, I don't think realistically that's going to happen.
I mean, it's most likely that. Well, okay. What happens is y'all can hold on for a while, but I mean, after a while, the rope does begin to fray a bit. By this point, Turkor has gotten his neck back straight, and he's kind of watching you.
Does Eldritch Blast shoot out like a shock? Like whenever you shoot it, does your hands move back?
You have to use your hands to cast Eldritch Blast, yes.
Yeah, somatic components.
No, but that's not my question. Whenever you do cast Eldritch Blast, however, does your hands move back a little whenever you cast
what you're
it?
saying is
Just give them recoil on your hands?
Yes.
yes.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot at the floor. Behind me. Behind the horse. Towards the turkey.
It splashes.
Hopefully it'll propel us closer to the horse.
It splashes on the floor.
Guys have not been shooting the turkey this entire time while I've been running, and that is distressing.
Like, you shoot out a beam of energy, and when it hits the floor, it behaves like a fluid. And splashes.
Oh, wait, I have a crossbow. I'm gonna shoot the turkey.
Or you can use your powerful cantrip that you can do in a limited amount of times. It's also a thing you can do.
So what did you roll with your crossbow? What did you roll for your attack?
A second. 21.
You hit its beak. This shakes it, and its spectacles begin to slip a bit to the side, but the turkey adjusts its head so that the spectacles go back to settling on him.
Does Open still have Speak with Animals cast?
How long does that last?
Let me check.
My voice cracked.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. It's been about 7 minutes, so yeah, you still have it cast.
Say to Elvin, don't just turn around and just knock this turkey, just knock the turkey's neck off, because I can just go and thunderwave it like 5 times. Seems vulnerable.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, like from what I heard, so there's a horse, and there's a rope tied to the horse, and there's a so then like Rael is riding the horse while Elvin and the dwarf are trying to pull the rope and keep the horse from running. That's what I think is happening. Is that what's happening?
No. Me
No.
and the dwarf are at the end of the rope connected to it.
Trying
The
to
horse
water
is
ski
pulling
with
us.
the horse. That's the best explanation. They're trying to water ski with the horse.
Yeah, that's a good explanation.
Yes.
Well, I don't see how that makes you in a different position.
That's what I said.
Whether you're trying to water ski with the horse or you're trying to keep the horse from moving by planting your feet on the ground, either way, you're going to be trying to pull back on the horse. Because whether you're trying to pull back on the horse or you're trying to have the horse pull forward on you, that's an action reaction pair. That it just moves. I don't understand the difference. Anyway, so so wait, has the horse decided to turn around yet?
I'm waiting for a response from Elvin. I asked him a question
He said
while
yes.
running. Great, the horse turns around. Wait, Elvin, you're lucky I turned around. You're holding onto that rope. I have a 16 in strength and 60 feet of movement. You were about to get flung. Okay. I turned back around.
After you turn around, Elvin and the dwarf are suddenly set into motion, moving in the direction that you were going, now that you're no longer applying force to the rope. The rope slackens, but they continue to accelerate in the direction before they get to the end of the rope and swing around in in a horizontal arc.
Need to quickly cast Eldritch Blast at the ground where we're landing. Hopefully it'll
Not a
once we get
vertical
close
arc,
enough,
a
I buck
horizontal
rail
arc.
off. Once we get close enough to the turkey, I buck
mind.
rail off, seeing as they're the only one holding the rope, and I'm not about to get hit by two people.
Hey Rail, what are you going to do now that you've been bucked off? You're in the air. What are you going to do in the air?
Better think fast. A fat dwarf and an elf are flying towards you at godly-like speeds.
You may jump into the soup, you may jump onto the turkey, or you may jump onto the ground. Those are your 3 points that you may jump onto. The soup, the turkey, or the ground.
To the ground.
You do.
You sure you don't want to jump on the turkey and use the two as an improvised weapon?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but no.
Wait, what?
So you're on the ground now.
I mean, you could have just jumped on the turkey and used the two to bludgeon the turkey.
Yes, he would have gotten bonked.
Wait, but
Anyway, the two of them continue being dragged by this rope forward, and as they water ski along the ground, before at the exact same it's the same like point horizontally, but slightly lower vertically, as the horse bucked off Rael. The elven and dwarf are launched upward into the air a few feet. They, of course, come down roughly. I mean, they don't fall gracefully, but they do. They're not injured.
Question?
Does one of us land on top of the other?
Would it be an acrobatics check to make sure that didn't squish Rail?
No. Rael's...
Ah,
Oh, no, they don't land. They land like 10 feet away from Rael.
makes sense. Makes sense. Now, you guys with range hit this thing, because I'm still a horse doing nothing useful.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot it with Eldritch Blast. Oh wait, I have something I can do now. I managed it an 8 for the hit on the Eldritch Blast. But I have something I can do now. I want to cast Form of Dread.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do?
You transform for 1 minute, gaining the following benefits while transformed. You temporarily gain hit points equal to 1d10 plus 2. Once during each of your turns, when you hit a creature with an attack, it makes a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. If the saving throw fails, it is frightened of you until the end of your next turn. You are immune to the frightened condition. I'm gonna smack the turkey.
But what are you? Are you a tree now? Are you like a really spooky tree? It's like burning on the inside? Like, what are you?
No, I'm a crown.
You're about to fight Thanksgiving with Halloween.
So what, you're a crown? You are a crown.
It's more like the crown is the defining feature, and there's like, I don't know, thin curtain-like pieces of fabric falling down from the crown.
So we're supposed to believe
veil,
that a sentient crown is instilling this much fear into a turkey?
So what you're saying is, it's you, but you have the crown on you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somehow less scary. How are you inflicting the fear condition?
This is also what I did to prove that I'm a warlock.
Well, I mean...
Alright.
Got a crown. As far as I'm concerned, you're just a paladin with a crown now.
Well, yeah, but they're spooky scary. I mean, the thing is, like, Elven would have a hard time looking spooky scary, which is why they cover up his face so that they don't see how, like, cute and innocent he looks, but by the way, isn't Elven, like, 16? Isn't he, like, 16?
Yes, he's very young. I originally wanted to make him a 4-year-old.
Aren't you, like, barely a toddler in
Really?
elf years?
Well, no.
The
elf equivalent of whatever that is. I don't. Yeah. But really, I thought you were like I thought that Elvin was like 16, or it looked that way at least.
He is. Hang on. I'm pretty sure he is. Why can't I figure out what his age is?
No matter how old you are in elf years, if you're the equivalent of 16, you're not allowed within 30 feet of Pam Pam.
Because the thing is, like, if you're younger than, like, the age of, like, maturity, which is, like, about, like, 12 years old for a human, then you can't have been level 1, because you just won't have enough time to train before then, you know? Like, you know what I mean?
18.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because, you know what I mean? Like, the thing is, like, if your character's younger than 12, then you just simply won't have enough time to train to get to level 1, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, that's
I'm serious. At first, I really wanted to make this character 4.
No. No, you may not. That's not funky fresh, fam. That's not funky fresh, fam. Anyway,
my character thinks thinks he looks more ridiculous than spooky, by the way.
What happens
that's
after I hit the turkey?
So what do you say you're hitting it with?
The form of dread thing spell.
So like you're hitting it like with your ribbons? What?
I'm really just throwing a punch.
So wait, does like oh, so what you're saying is, so I'm confused. It's like, is it that like your form of dread, like it's your fists? You concentrate
Just punching it.
You concentrate your cursed spooky energy into your fists and punch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
To make a wisdom saving throw.
19.
Alright, it passes.
I'd like you all to remember that this dude just did a Sailor Moon transformation, and this was the thing that was supposed to convince me he was a warlock.
I want to punch it again. I'm just going to keep punching it until the 1 minute's over.
My character sits back and watches since he does not have any ranged spells. And how far away is the turkey from me?
Like 40 feet. Well, luckily, you're able to jump pretty high with this, so you're able to hit the turkey. Unfortunately for you, the turkey just doesn't care enough. Kind of looks at you, I mean, after the second punch, the dark tendrils come to remove its spectacles so he doesn't lose them. But he's still wearing a hat and just kind of watching you as his glasses go and disappear into the soup.
Turkey needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Why?
I'm casting Fairy Fire on it.
14.
Barely beats it.
I also kept punching him. I punched him again.
I just want to say you are dealing damage, okay? Like, it's not doing nothing. You have been your attacks so far during this confrontation have been dealing damage, but this thing does have a lot of health, okay? So the eventually, after you finish punching it for a minute, the turkey head rises up. Rises up high, and you see its vertebrae stretch apart. Alright, fool. I am. Okay, cool. You strong. Okay. Horse.
You didn't make it past.
Hey.
Did you roll another wisdom saving throw?
3.
3?
3.
Frightened of me.
Okay.
Great, so just stand next to us and they can't get physically closer to you. We're good, we could just escape.
Hey, you guys go, I'm gonna handle this.
I'm gonna just watch. I'm not a horse, I can't cast spells as a horse.
I'm gonna walk right up to it, put my hand on its chest or something, and cast Eldritch Blast.
It raises one of its tentacles and slashes downward with some kind of blazing, like, black fire. Nah, fool, get away from me, fool! Do a charisma save.
Alright.
It is frightened. It doesn't want you over here.
Hey, I had to make a charisma save?
Yes, you do.
8.
29 damage. Of, 29, necrotic damage from the black fire.
This is why you don't get into melee ranged when using a ranged spell.
I'm dead.
Of course you are. Now, Paladin.
Oh no.
All the stuff slowly fades off of me. I don't want to die.
Wait, what's his max health?
Yin, you
Thank
use your Terra revival. You can do it if you want to.
Yeah, sure, I use that.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're revived.
I mean, okay. As much as you don't like Elvin, you do care about him, so you go and you go over there, and even though okay, the thing is, you didn't know you had this ability before now.
Correct.
Yeah. It's a little.
So how much health do I have?
You have 1.
Do I just have max?
You
have 1.
You have 1. You're not dead, but you have 1 hit point right now.
Right.
Also, next time you roll, if you go down again before you get a long rest, you will have advantage on death saves, because that's another thing from Terra Revival.
Hey, Elbin.
Also, if you're wondering, by the way, so this ability, the green healing energy comes out of the cuts where you accidentally got the crystal dust into your arms. The one where specifically, it comes from the cuts where you cut yourself to put the blood on the crystal for the Dread Knight, and you accidentally got some powdered crystal into your arm. So yeah.
Anyway, Eldman, you gain 10 hit points. Balm of the Summer Court. I choose someone. I basically just choose someone within 120 feet, and I can spend a number of d6s equal to my druid level to heal that person. I gain the expended dice when I finish long rest.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 5s. You gain 10 HP.
Alright, thanks. I'm just gonna slowly walk away.
Yeah. But yeah, this isn't just some ass pull. You actually did have this ability that you got. That was your loot item that you got from fighting the Dread Knight. Okay, this isn't just some ass pull.
Really? I got an ability for getting stomped in the dirt?
It's single use. I mean, but yeah, Terror Revival. It gives a +1 life. To you,
Elbin?
Yeah.
Elbin?
Yeah.
Explain something what you just did, Elbin. You made us go from the Three Musketeers plus D'Artagnan to the Three Stooges.
No comment.
Run. Not as a horse. Someone decided to make us turn around. So I run like a normal stupid person.
Yo, fool! You dropped your whiskey. Hey, yo, fool! You dropped your whiskey.
Don't own whiskey, sir. I don't drink.
You see a small shiny metal thing on the ground below the turkey.
No, I need to go get that. That's my holy water.
Rail, did you drop your rod?
Is that my holy water?
No, it's
it's
a Yin's flask of whiskey.
I drink?
Oh.
Since when?
I thought that it was my holy water since it's in a flask.
It's for like treating your wounds so that they don't get infected. And you brought whiskey because it's the cleanest that you could buy. It's the cleanest kind of alcohol you could buy. You've had. Remember in the session 0 we talked about this. You had a flask of whiskey for that purpose.
Yeah, but I don't use it and I forgot about it.
Yeah, you did forget about it, but you have it.
Correction, I had it.
Well, yeah,
I say, welp, you owe me one, Elvin. Nudge, nudge.
I'll buy you whiskey. I didn't
The
know
flask
that you
have
were a
sentimental
drinker.
value.
Didn't know you were a drinker, Yin.
Harry, does the flask have sentimental value?
Not particularly.
Ah.
Like,
Can I convince Elvin that the flask had sentimental value?
yes. Yes, you can. You're, yes. Yes. Yin is quite a. Yin is.
I'm gonna try to convince him that it's not of sentimental value.
You can't falsify the memories I just falsified.
If they're already falsified, why not falsify them even more?
You don't know that. Okay, I rolled a 7. You definitely know that.
Hang on, I'm rolling deception, because I'm actually going to try to do this. Or persuasion, which one?
Well, since you're technically, I'm the only one lying here. You're just trying to convince me that they don't have any sentimental. Technically, your character thinks you're lying, so
Elvin,
I guess it'd be
Elvin, you are rolling deception.
Oh. I already rolled persuasion and I got a 24. Dang it.
You are going to roll deception and also
23.
Hive. This is you also roll deception. This is a contested check. Try to see who can do it.
Okay. Got an 8. By the way, what freaking luck! He got a 21, then a 23.
Oh, at first I got a 24. I had rolled persuasion. Then when I rolled deception, I got a 23.
The heck are your
That's how
Just
it's
built
done.
different.
Hey, yay. Yep.
I'm gonna find out he has like 1 hit point. Character will reluctantly move on from the flask that he has totally had all his life.
That was an expensive flask, too.
And he says he's going to buy me a new one, which he
Never
will
gonna
buy
get you
me
a
a
new
new
flask.
one.
Seriously, to get whiskey that pure, it costs like 5 gold for that. It was expensive.
Also, I don't
stuff,
have
too.
money. I've lived
I
in
had that
Florida my
whiskey
whole
before I
life.
started venturing. That was good whiskey. It was like a fine wine, like very old, very expensive.
And another.
Well, yes, it was. I mean, before it was distilled into whiskey, it was quite a good, Pinot Noir from the fields of, Dickshot.
That whiskey would melt a ship. It was
I'm not sure
pure.
if anyone.
I want to go back to get the whiskey now.
You alcoholic.
No, really, it did. It came from, it came from the fields of Dickshot, which are near the hometown of Yin. They were named after Yin's great uncle.
I don't want to know more of Yin's family history.
I'll tell you more of his family history. Ungrateful. Does Elvin even know that Yin is a noble?
Okay, are you okay with me? Okay, are you okay with me telling the party and the audience why you have such significance in the story?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you see, Yin was already a character in this world before like this campaign happened. I mean, he wasn't exactly Yin, but because I didn't really give him a name, but he did exist, and like, you know what I mean, like. Captain Levi, however, was important in the story, and because Yin was the only one who survived this attack by the Dread Knight, Yin actually did have some importance in the story, and so like all this stuff I'm making up about his family history was around before like Hive agreed to adopt it. Like, however, exactly who his character is was all written by him. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, like you might not know that, but I mean, also as for the audience all knows who exactly I'm talking about, and like because another thing is that I mean as you all know, like the guy's the great grandson of like the protagonist, so yeah. Like yeah, he's the great grandson of the protagonist, and so yeah, he's important. Anyway, yeah. It's true. He is.
Your character's mom may be a god, but my character's grandfather is the protagonist.
Your grandfather. Wait,
However,
no.
true, you're a god.
No, great
protagonist's
grandmother. Yes.
name was.
Okay.
They named that field after the protagonist.
No. After the guy's great uncle.
Oh, so yeah.
One of the
Oh, great uncle.
yeah, no, one of the protagonist's sons-in-law. No. This guy is not the This is not the grandson. This is the great grandson. This is the fourth generation, which is why he doesn't have special like abilities. That's why he doesn't have any more special abilities. You know, why he's not any more powerful than another level 2, because he's fourth generation, and the curse doesn't travel that far down.
And Pan, I will say this once, and only once. If you ever call me Yin Dickshot, I will murder you.
I mean, like, that wouldn't be incorrect. Like, I understand if you are
also
Yin.
wouldn't be alive.
I understand that you are Yin Furvish, but if they call you Yin Dickshot, that wouldn't be incorrect. Like, no, I mean that would be technically correct. He could actually call you Yin Dickshot. I mean,
he could, but he'd be dead. So, the pros and cons. Anyway, Pan was retrieving my flask, which I assume he's just going to steal it.
Yeah.
yeah. Pan, are you gonna just put it in your pocket, or are you actually gonna give it back?
Do I have the whiskey?
Found it right then and there.
Yeah, just bottoms up drink.
Oh, God, that reminded me something. My character's Boruto.
No, Boruto's the son of Naruto. You are the nephew of Captain Levi.
Oh, okay. I'm fine then.
Yeah, Captain Levi
God.
is the third protagonist, I think. Pretty sure he was the third. Was he the third? Or was he the fourth? Did I even make a fourth protagonist? I don't think so yeah, he must have been the third.
Anyway,
I
as
don't
we were
remember. It's been a
still
long time
fleeing
since.
from...
Yeah, it's been a long time since Book 9 was published. It's been a long time. So, anyway.
So, as we are fleeing from Thanksgiving itself, and Pan Pan is fleecing my flask,
It's giving itself.
I know my brother. He's stealing that flask from me.
Yeah.
See? So, I'm guessing I'm sort of in the running away. I was doing this the second I healed Elbin. Who else is in the marching order? Because I assume Elbin is close enough to me where I could have shouted at him to get my flask back. I'm assuming Pan Pan went back to get the flask. Rail is following close behind, I'm guessing.
Is there any way I can tell if this turkey has, is there any way I can tell how many HP this turkey has by, like, his behaviors and stuff?
Less than half.
Less than half?
Yes.
I'm gonna shoot it again.
You don't know how much he has, but it's less than half.
No, you said a lot, so we're getting somewhere.
I'm close to the turkey.
Actually, you're closer than most since the flask dropped and you stopped and went back for it.
Oh wait, you did the punching before he revived you. Oh yeah. Then you would have dealt less damage from that. Okay. Anyway,
I'm gonna... Did you count the meat? Wait, hang on.
what did you
Shooting
roll?
with Eldritch.
What did you roll for your
18.
last? 18. That hits. You hit, you hit him between the eyes, and he, kind of shakes his head. His hat falls off before a tentacle grabs it and puts it back on his head.
7 damage.
You've been able to determine by now that it appears that the tentacles and the turkey are separate entities, because, the turkey isn't really moving with the tentacles. It more looks like the turkey is kind of, it looks like more like the tentacles are just like some separate entity that's kind of helping out the turkey.
Can I curve Eldritch Blast?
Well,
It's not a bowling ball.
Yes, but you have to curve it off of something. If you throw for example, if you throw, like, a dart, you can bounce it off of the dart. Because...
We have to ricochet the Eldritch Blast.
Well, okay. Elbin, you won't have proficiency in that, and it is a high DC. Yin has proficiency in, ricocheting, oh no, wait, that's an ability he'll get later. Never mind. Don't worry about it. don't worry. No, I was about to say, but no, that's an ability he'll get later. It isn't Eldritch Blast. It's something different. But,
Okay.
Cast Firebolt on the hat.
I forgot to cast spells. It's been so long, I forgot what class you were.
What class is Pan?
Artificer.
Then what are you casting Firebolt with? Because don't forget, an Artificer doesn't, do the things like a wizard. It makes a thing that does the spell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like...
Fire a gun.
I guess...
I mean, I mean, like, wait, I mean, do you want it to be?
Yeah, I want
That just reminded
a
me. Why am I
fire gun
complaining with?
to laser.
Okay, as for the gun, um, aesthetically, it looks like it looks the same as the marked Magnum you've seen Levi use. Levi kind of patrols the area, and you all come from about the same, like, province. You all come from the same province, and Levi kind of patrols that whole area, so you all kind of seen him before, so yeah. You do have a gun that was based off Levi's marked Magnum. So, aesthetically, but... So yes, Firebolt. You do hit, it does burn the edge of the turkey, of, El Turcor's hat. The tentacles go to try to pat out the flame, but they find that they can't really do that, because the tentacles they're not very wet. You try, the tentacles then try to wave the hat around, but this only makes it burn more. The turkey appears frustrated, and it starts nipping at the hat, trying to get it away from the tentacles.
I say, nice one. My turn. And I shoot the turkey with my seed gun. 15.
It... Huh. So, yeah, it hits. You manage to hit the turkey, and it looks at you and raises one feathery brow before it and the hat retreat into the soup.
Okay, so now's their chance to run.
You see a small glimmer of light appear in the spot where the flask was earlier.
I go back for it. Isn't Pan Pan like sitting there? I don't think he actually moved back with us.
You find you go to over. So you're gonna go over there, okay? And I mean, I assume. Wait, you're not a horse anymore, right?
Yeah, I can't cast spells as a horse, so I had to switch back when I used Fairy Fire.
Oh yeah, okay. So you go back over there, and you see that you see a it looks like the left leg of a pair of glasses, but very big. It's the left leg of a pair of glasses, but it's about an 18-inch long left leg. It's very big left leg.
Plastic or metal?
Metal.
Hey, Rail, I have another thing for you to carry.
Are you sure?
Great!
Are you sure that you don't want to pick it up and examine it yourself?
Fine, I'm the leader. I'll pick up the dangerous stuff first. Pick it up.
It appears to be a helmet boinker. You do not know what a
legendary helmet boinker?
You do not
Hammer?
You don't really know what a helmet boinker is, but that's what that's what it reads in your inventory. As you're reading your inventory, as you're scrolling through it on your left, on the inside of your left forearm, you see that it reads helmet boinker.
How wonderful.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's another That is one of the that is one of your abilities from being a descendant. You have your inventory on that's written on your left on the inside of your left forearm. it, just it's a yeah, so it's just yeah, there's just yet again, not a new thing. You got that from the turtle.
Yes.
The blue turtle from a while ago. That's what you got. Yeah. Yet again, that's what you got.
We're running away from the turkey, right?
Yeah, you are.
I'm gonna cast Expeditious Retreat.
Ah, yes. Now you're speedy.
I run fast away.
The turkey's still here, or is it?
It went back into the bowl of soup.
Okay.
Getting to the bowl of soup.
Yes. It went back into the soup.
Is there any way to escape this place that we can see? Like a portal, anything?
No, not that you can see.
Get on my knees and pray. Get on my knees and pray. I pray for my my mother to open a portal for us back into the home planet place.
My character doesn't know he's a warlock. Does my character know that thing he's worshipping is his mother?
Well, I mean, if they have told you, has Elbin told them yet?
No, I was planning to do a little campfire bonding thing for the whole team, but I guess we couldn't do that yet.
Great. I keep walking. Is Rail okay? Like,
Yeah, I actually wanted to do something. Uh, so,
Why are you
is
base?
there
Why are you base boosted, Rael?
because I'm on my phone at the moment because my computer died.
Did you put the phone into your mouth?
I mean, I'm keeping it very close. I'm not sure where should I keep it. At what distance?
Didn't Risen just come out of her visible form, caught off guard eating a turkey sandwich? That's what I expected to happen,
That is what happens.
right? Open a portal, please. We want to go home. She open a portal? Something? Can she tell us where a portal is?
Well,
Elephant's deity's powers are poorly defined.
well, you see, she claims that she can, but not right here, not with the turkey. Maybe
Talk to me in Celestial.
I'm not gonna do a special voice because I don't know what it sounds like, so I'm just gonna quote them, you know. And so they claim that they can do it about a mile away from here.
My character hear this?
Yes, but you don't understand what it means.
Said it's in Celestial. My character speaks Celestial.
It's a special kind of celestial.
Oh, elitist Celestial. The worst kind.
It's a certain dialect.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, you can kinda understand it, but like
Like every third word sort of thing?
yeah, it's like that. It's a different dialect.
Alright, so Yin, I think you should turn into a horse, book it, and I'll follow behind.
I turn into a bear and then a horse. That's it. Done. I can't do it anymore today.
Does anybody have anything that... Oh, tie a rope to yourselves. Everybody tie a rope to themselves that are all connected to each other. And I'm gonna tie the end of that rope to me, and then run.
Uh,
I can cast Expeditious Retreat again. Because it's 10 minutes over since the last time I casted it.
Yes.
Right, I cast it again. I have no more spell slots. So I'm running away.
You guys need to do some cardio if you guys can't walk a mile without assistance.
So I want to get there speedy. I want to get out of here. How long will it be until we make a mile?
Like walking, like 15 minutes. Walking.
But I casted Expeditious Retreat.
Okay, 10 minutes.
They're all connected to me.
How about 8 minutes then? You're twice as fast.
Alright. Running and running.
Great. Now it's time for us to RP what it's like for us to run this entire time by sitting in silence for a full 8 minutes without saying a single word. Yeah, that's boring. Okay. Anything happen within the 8 minutes, or can we just fast forward?
Fast forward.
Ow. Great.
okay.
The word open.
Yeah, the portal's open, and it is a nice blue color. And you see that there is behind it a nice rock, stone place along the sea. But the sea is blue, unlike the blood red sea of whatever you were before. And so you can tell it's the outer world. However,
You're going through Elven.
However, I am going to end the session.
Alright.
Had a lot of fun.
Because there's something on the other side of the portal, and I haven't written it yet.
Yeah, we're session. Okay, cool.
So,
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right then. Goodbye, audience. I'll see you next week, or well, next week for D&D, or whenever the next time I do a Terraria stream will be. Probably tomorrow, but I'll see you then.